Welcome. I'm Richard Hasnot. I'm your host of the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast and this YouTube channel. Welcome back. As you probably know, I'm trying to help people around the world who are interested in leading more of a wisdom inspired life do that with the free content that is on this channel. And it's a very diverse set of content here, something that I think can help virtually everyone that's interested. And speaking of helping, you can help me by subscribing to this channel. It'll then make it easier for others to find this channel. So thank you in advance. I always try to remind people a little bit of some of the playlists that are on this channel, and one of them is the Advanced Wisdom playlist. And as the name suggests, it's the most advanced wisdom on the channel from God-realized avatars and enlightened beings. So check it out. This particular episode is part of another playlist, or Words of Wisdom. And it's a very diverse set of episodes, including the wisdom of Robin Williams, among others, Lady Gaga, and on. But this particular episode comes from a channel, Sogyal Rinpoche's channel. He's a great Buddhist master, or was. He passed a couple of years ago, and he was he played a very important role in my life somewhat early on in my spiritual journey. So I have great respect, and I've studied in person with him with great benefit. So knowing that, I wanted to share this video with you of a teaching that he had on overcoming the judgment mind. As you listen to this video, think of how this can help you. And by the way, enjoy it. He's a great teacher.
Most important is the mind. The mind is the most important, isn't it? Mind is the most important. You cannot go crazy if you don't have a mind. Oui? And the mind is the universal ordering principle. It's a creator of happiness and the creator of suffering. Creator of also samsara, what we call samsara. And also creator of what we call nirvana. All is in the mind. It's how we use the mind. Same mind used in a good way, understood in a good way, with great happiness. But the same misunderstood, lost in thoughts, emotions, and a lot of projections, create samsara and suffering. As you know, the Dalai Lama often says, Buddhism is transforming the mind. Because you see, the amazing thing is when you say, if you transform your mind, if you conquer, subjugate, tame, transform your mind, what's amazing is, what happens is this then, see, what amazing is if you transform your mind, then your perception is transformed. Your perception transformed. It's the perception that we have to work with. C'est la perception sur laquelle il faut travailler. Because what you perceive is not reality. Ce n'est pas la réalité. So you see, it's very much, amazing that I realized, especially in the West. Et je l'ai réalisé, surtout en Occident. Really. Is that you see, when you've got like anger, quand vous avez de la colère, or resentment, ou du ressentiment, or something, ou quelque chose, and then what happens is this: your 90% of your perception is stained by that, and only 10% you see it. So that means 90% projection.
projection
10%
et
reality.
10% de réalité.
That's why you see,
C'est pourquoi
it's really that something you can learn from that.
vous pouvez apprendre de cela.
You know, sometimes we say, oh, seeing is believing,
Parfois on dit voir c'est croire.
but how are you seeing?
Mais c'est comment vous voyez.
Are you seeing truly?
Est-ce que vous voyez vraiment?
But how are you seeing?
Et comment
Like
vous
if
voyez?
you are jaundiced,
Si vous avez la
this is a
jaunisse,
traditional
un
example.
exemple traditionnel.
If you are jaundiced,
Si vous avez la jaunisse,
you even see a white conch shell
vous
yellow.
voyez une conque blanche jaune.
I mean, simply if you wear a dark glasses,
Si vous mettez des lunettes noires,
if you have a green dark
si vous
glass,
avez des lunettes noires
if
teintées en vert,
your perception,
votre perception est colorée.
so that what we need to do is purify our
Donc,
perception
il faut purifier notre
Perception.
perception
and really overcome our
et
judgment.
surmonter notre esprit qui juge.
In fact, meditation
La
is
méditation
overcome a judgmental mind.
est de surmonter l'esprit qui juge. Vraiment.
And the perception we have.
Et c'est la perception qui
Because when you talk about, for example,
quand nous parlons
happiness,
du bonheur.
you see, as the great saints of the past used to say,
Comme les grands saints du passé le disaient,
that it's the foolish that go looking for happiness outside
ce
themselves.
sont les imbéciles qui cherchent le bonheur à l'extérieur d'eux-mêmes.
Because once you look for happiness outside of
Car
yourself,
quand vous cherchez le bonheur à l'extérieur de
then
vous-même,
you have no
vous
control.
n'avez aucun contrôle.
You understand?
Comprenez-vous?
You have no control.
Vous n'avez pas de contrôle.
Depend on all kinds of
Ça
things.
dépend de toutes sortes de choses.
Whereas,
Alors que
if wise and learned know,
les sages et les érudits savent que
all the happiness, cause of
le
happiness,
bonheur et la cause du
are
bonheur
present in our
sont
mind and
toutes
heart.
présentes dans notre esprit et dans notre cœur.
And as regards happiness go,
Et en ce qui concerne le bonheur,
happiness is something that's not objective, you
le
know.
bonheur n'est pas objectif.
You cannot just go and buy
On ne peut pas
happiness.
aller acheter le bonheur.
It doesn't exist
Ça
objectively.
n'existe pas.
You
Comme
can buy it.
objectivement, on ne peut pas l'acheter.
Then you can buy happiness once,
Si on pouvait acheter le bonheur
then
une
you're
fois
forever
et
happy.
qu'on ne soit pour toujours
But that's
heureux,
not the case.
là, ce n'est pas le cas.
Why?
Pourquoi?
Because unfortunately,
Parce que malheureusement,
or
ou
fortunately,
heureusement plutôt,
happiness is depend upon,
le bonheur dépend,
is subjected to your experience,
subjectif et dépend de notre expérience,
on your perception,
de votre perception.
your experience or perception.
L'expérience, votre perception.
Now, if you're able to
Si vous êtes capable
transform your
de
mind,
transformer votre
means
esprit,
a person who is able to transform his mind
quelqu'un qui peut transformer son esprit
is able to transform
est capable de transformer
their perception,
sa
negative
perception
perception,
négative,
or the experience.
son expérience.
And then what happens? If you're able to transform your mind,
Si vous pouvez transformer,
then
alors
you're able to transform your perception.
vous pourrez transformer votre perception.
Now, if you're able to transform your
Si
perception,
vous transformez votre perception,
then what happens?
qu'est-ce qui va se passer?
The appearance circumstance will appear differently
Même les apparences et les circonstances
because you
vont
transform your perception.
car vous allez transformer votre perception.
You understand?
Comprenez-vous?
That's why someone who's able to transform the mind
Quand quelqu'un qui peut transformer l'esprit
is always happy
est toujours heureux.
and always doesn't despair
Et il ne désespère jamais
because everything depends on the mind,
car tout dépend de son esprit.
how it experiences,
Comment il en fait l'expérience.
and works toward transforming the mind.
Et donc il travaille à transformer son esprit.
As Buddha said,
Comme le
all
Bouddha dit,
fear and anxiety
toute peur et anxiété
come from a mind
viennent d'un esprit
that's not tamed.
qui n'est pas dompté.
Only thing that you'd fear, Buddha said,
Le Bouddha a dit la seule chose qu'on peut
is your
craindre,
untamed mind.
c'est notre propre esprit indompté.
Of course, the President Roosevelt said
Roosevelt a dit pendant la Grande
during the Great Depression,
pendant la Grande Dépression,
he said, only thing you fear is the fear
la
itself.
seule chose dont on doit avoir peur est la peur elle-même.
What it really meant, he meant
Ce
was,
qu'il voulait dire,
only thing you fear is the
la
fear.
seule chose qu'on doit craindre, c'est la peur.
Doesn't mean you have to fear the fear.
Ça ne veut pas dire qu'il faut avoir peur de la peur.
Yeah, actually, what he's really saying,
Il voulait dire,
in a subtle, deeper way,
d'une façon subtile et plus
it's
profonde,
like you need to transform your mind,
c'est qu'il faut transformer son
overcome your fear.
surmonter sa peur.
If you transform your mind,
Si vous transformez l'esprit,
that this I have a lot of experience.
ça j'en ai beaucoup d'expérience,
Whenever I have fear and anxiety,
à chaque fois que j'ai de la peur et de l'anxiété,
immediately I invoke
immédiatement j'invoque
Guru Rinpoche,
Guru
Padmasambhava,
Rinpoche, Padmasambhava,
who is really the embodiment of
qui est la personnification
all refuge.
de tous les refuges.
He's the embodiment of all the Buddhas and
La
masters.
personnification de tous les
He's
Bouddhas
the
et
embodiment of
millénaires,
compassion and blessing of all the
la
Buddhas.
compassion et de bénédiction de tous les Bouddhas.
And I have really tremendous faith,
Et j'ai une foi immense.
and his power is amazing
Et
also.
son pouvoir est
And
immense.
each time I invoke and pray
Chaque fois que je l'invoque
in
et que
time
je
of
prie
crisis,
en temps de crise,
immediately
immédiatement,
things change,
les choses changent
in my mind.
dans mon esprit.
As it changes in my mind,
Ça change dans mon esprit.
then also circumstances
Et à
change.
ce moment-là, les circonstances changent aussi.
Comprends? Because mind is
Car
very powerful.
l'esprit est très puissant.
It affects your
Il affecte
life also.
de votre vie aussi.
Life also.
Il affecte votre vie.
So that's why Buddha said, interacting Buddhas is summed up in one statement, Buddha.
Donc, tout l'enseignement du Bouddha est essentialisé dans une seule parole du Bouddha,
To tame,
dompter,
or to conquer, to
conquérir
subjugate this mind of ours
cet esprit
thoroughly.
de notre action.
Because if you transform your mind,
Si vous le transformez,
work with your mind,
travaillez sur votre
it's
esprit,
amazing.
c'est prodigieux.
Then everything is possible.
Tout est possible.
Everything is possible.
Tout est
His Holy Dalai Lama quotes,
Sa sainteté de
one
Dalai
great
Lama,
master of mind training,
un grand maître de l'entraînement de l'esprit, qui nous dit,
who said, the most wonderful quality of mind
qui dit la qualité la plus merveilleuse de l'esprit,
is that it can always be
c'est qu'il
transformed.
peut toujours être transformé.
So that therefore there always hope.
Donc il y a toujours de l'espoir,
Always hope.
toujours de l'espoir.
You understand? Always hope. We can transform the mind.
Vous pouvez transformer l'esprit.
As long as you have mind,
Tant que vous avez un esprit,
you have the material to work
vous
with.
avez le matériau pour travailler.
And Dalai Lama used to
Le
say,
Dalai Lama disait,
you don't have to go and buy your
vous n'avez
mind.
pas besoin d'aller acheter votre esprit.
You already have a
Vous
mind.
avez du temps.
If you work with your mind,
Si vous travaillez sur
if
l'esprit,
you know how to work with your
si vous
mind
savez travailler sur l'esprit,
and understand the mind,
comprendre l'esprit,
which means not fall prey to thoughts and emotions,
c'est-à-dire ne pas être
and
en
negativity,
droit des pensées, des émotions et de la négativité.
then your mind can be the most wonderful friend.
Alors votre esprit peut être le facteur le
And you
plus
can truly
merveilleux,
be your friend.
et vous pouvez être votre véritable ami
And you can find happiness.
et trouver le bonheur.
Whereas if you do not know
Par contre, si vous ne connaissez pas
how to use your mind,
comment utiliser votre
instead
esprit,
falls prey to your thoughts,
et
emotions,
qu'à la place du tomber de
and
la proie, des
negativity,
pensées, des émotions et de la négativité,
and then mind,
l'esprit
your mind is your worst enemy.
est votre pire ennemi.
Enemy. And worst enemy.
Votre pire ennemi.
And sometimes in the West,
Et parfois en Occident,
people don't know how to love
les
themselves.
gens ne savent pas s'aimer eux-mêmes.
Sometimes we're like enemy.
Parfois on a
We're so like we beat yourself
on
up,
se bat soi-même.
saying
on se-
how bad
on
you
se dit,
are,
ah,
how
je suis
terrible.
mauvais, je suis terrible,
Never
je suis
beat
terrible.
yourself.
Mais ne vous
Be
battez
kind
pas,
to yourself.
soyez bon avec vous-même.
Yeah. If you want to beat,
Si vous voulez battre quelque chose,
beat the pillow.